boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Have a special Robert's 10 Undertaker matches. With the whole Hell in a Cell pay-per-view coming up, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, I decided to do a Robert's 10 Undertaker matches of all time, and we'll also have a Robert's 10 Hell in a Cell matches of all time. Get those both up before the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Looking through the Undertaker's career, the number of quality matches and great matches this guy has had is absolutely amazing. And just some of the names on this list, there's really only 4 names, 10 matches. So this shows you the kind of wrestlers that the Undertaker's wrestled over the years. Some matches that I thought were really good. They didn't quite make the top 10. Bray Wyatt, WrestleMania 31. I actually enjoyed that match. The new Face of Fear versus The Undertaker. Kind of the changing of the guard. You know, is Bray Wyatt going to be the next Undertaker? Obviously, Taker winning that match. No Way Out 06. Kurt Angle and The Undertaker. Really good match. Just some stuff, you know, anything that Taker had done with guys like a Kurt Angle or Shawn or Edge or Randy. Mankind, King of the Ring 98, obviously one of the Taker's best matches, one of Mankind's best matches. Batista, just everything he did with Dave. I mean, Dave wasn't that great of a singles wrestler to me. He was good, he was just another guy, kind of. But what he did during the 07 feud with Taker, WrestleMania 23, and then Backlash of that year, Taker brings out of guys what no other wrestler can bring out of him. What he brought out of Dave was just unbelievable. His run with Randy Orton during 05 feud and then WrestleMania 21 was great. But those matches didn't quite make the top 10. So number 10, WrestleMania 24, March 30th, 2008 versus the Rated R Superstar Edge. This was a point where you had streak versus streak. You had Taker streak. Edge was undefeated at WrestleMania. This is the one match, the couple matches from the WrestleMania on here that you had could Taker lose here? And this was one of those moments. Do you just take streak versus streak? Do you let Edge continue his streak by breaking the Undertaker's, or do you break Edge's streak and let the Undertaker continue? Looking back now, obviously WrestleMania 30, Taker losing the streak to Lesnar, which didn't make any sense. But here at WrestleMania 24, it would have made sense. Having the Rated R Superstar just catapult him into, besides he became a Hall of Famer anyway, just catapult him into more Hall of Fame status. But having Taker win that, WrestleMania 24 versus Edge. Number 9, probably one of the great matches, one of the great casket matches, Royal Rumble 98 versus Shawn Michaels. Almost the end of Shawn Michaels' career because of this match, but overall the match and what you got out of the match from Taker and Shawn, the show they put on with the casket and everything, and knowing later what happened with Shawn hitting his back on the casket and being out for 4 years with back surgery and whatnot, and him returning and everything he did with Taker after that, but just this match and the climax of what this match brought to WWE at the time and where it ended up because of Shawn's injury, what happened with WWE, what would have happened if Shawn wouldn't have got hurt there? Where would Shawn's career have been? So number 9, the Royal Rumble 08 casket match versus Shawn Michaels. Number 8, WrestleMania 28, Hell in a Cell, April 2012 versus Triple H. You knew Taker's career was on the downside, you thought. Coming off the 3 out of 4 years, 2 matches with Shawn, 2 with Tripp. This is the second one with Tripp. The respect these guys had for each other and the way these guys worked in the ring together, it just made it for more of an epic, Shawn being the guest referee, if I remember right. I didn't write that down. I think that was right. And just the respect that Taker and Tripp had for each other and the ability these guys have to put on a show at the magnitude that WrestleMania is. Next was one of my favorite TLC matches of all time. June of '08, One Night Stand versus Edge. Seeing The Undertaker in a TLC match and it looking legit, and just, the king of the TLC match being Edge, obviously creating it in 2000 with his brother Christian and the Dudleys and the Hardys, and what they did with the TLC match, and where the TLC match, how it became, and then what having the Undertaker look legit in this match, and having Edge beat him. God, I should have wrote that down. I'm thinking Edge beat him if I remember right. But if I also remember right, I want to say if Taker lost, he left. So he took some time off there. Number 6, the Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam '08 versus Edge. Just the way the chemistry these guys had, out of the bottom 5 of the 10 matches, 3 of them versus Edge. Hall of Famer, Rated R Superstar Edge, one of my favorite wrestlers. Number 5, WrestleMania 27, No Holds Barred versus Triple H. Again, the chemistry these guys have, and the story they can tell. You're not going to have two characters like a Triple H and an Undertaker battle and make it as big as it was then. I don't know right now. WWE is searching for this, or they already think they have it somewhere, but they keep wanting to bring back the past. You got to develop guys going forward and not just rely on your past. Number 4, April of 2013, WrestleMania 29 versus CM Punk. Wow. I mean, this match is just, wow is the best way to describe it. The ability that a Punk has, the straight edge savior, to pull out of the Undertaker this big of a match that really, had some build to it, but it really wasn't something going into it that a lot of people were like, oh. I mean, I thought it was great. I love the build. I love everything Punk does. I did. Just building up to what they did and just going out there and just, let's go match of the night. These guys can, Taker being older and just everything that he's capable of doing, and just coming out once a year and putting on a 4 or 5 star match with the guys he does. It's just amazing what he can do there, and build Punk up, and the loss even builds CM Punk up. Number 3, the first ever Hell in a Cell match, October '97, St. Louis, Missouri. In Your House, Bad Blood versus the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. A 5-star Hell in a Cell match that ended, I don't think controversy was the best way, but you had Paul Bearer coming out with the Demon Kane. Kane ripping the cell door off, tombstoning the Undertaker, Shawn getting the pin. Just the climax to what that match has done for the Hell in a Cell, for Shawn, for Kane, for Taker, the whole Taker, Kane, Paul Bearer angle. Just Shawn is this, he can go out there and wrestle a giant. He can wrestle, the Takers, the Diesels, the Bret Harts, Razor Ramon. No matter who you put in front of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, he turned that match into gold. And this was another, one of those situations. Tell you right now, my top 3 matches on here all involve Taker and Shawn. Different parts of their career, different stipulations, but you've got a 13-year between these 3 matches, 13 years. And the match didn't change. The matches were phenomenal. Number 2, WrestleMania 26, Streak versus Career. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Being at Elimination Chamber 2010, when Taker comes out as world champion in the Elimination Chamber, the first moment of that, before when he was coming out, somebody fucked up the pyro and damn set the Undertaker on fire. Because you were straight up from where they walk into the stage. So the stage is here, we're like right here. So you just see dead on. And you see Taker come out, pyro goes off, he throws his coat off, like going like this. He's like, what the heck? And then you kind of look at it again, it's like, oh shit, they almost caught the Undertaker on fire. Fuck. And of course he comes out just pissed off, throwing his coat off. He's in the pod weight, and he's dumping water on him, so I'm guessing it burned him a little bit. And just everything that Shawn did up to this, telling Tripp, my career is not done until I beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. I am Mr. WrestleMania. I am Mr. Main Event. Just to build to this and the lead up to this, and everything Shawn went through, the Rumble, and everything he did trying to beat trying to get The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Taker kept turning them down. He comes in, through the bottom of the cell, or the chamber, super kicks The Undertaker. Jericho gets the pin. Jericho gets the title. And then the Monday following, Taker accepts Shawn versus Taker at WrestleMania. Shawn goes to walk away. Taker goes, one condition, your career versus my streak. Boom. A match of the century. Obviously, personal note, a little heartbreaking here. At WrestleMania 25, which I attended with J-Man, I had done a cool-ass Shawn Michaels poster. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it. J-Man did a pretty cool Shawn Michaels poster, too. It was two little hearts broken, 17-0, with teardrops on it. Streak Break Kid, Mama Shawn, just Shawn HBK, Best in the World, check mark. Mr. Main Event, check mark. Mr. WrestleMania, check mark. Streak Breaker, no check mark because he didn't do it yet. And these posters from WrestleMania 25 were shown on the lead up to WrestleMania 26. And I deleted it off my DVR. It was like the week or two before Mania. It was on Raw, ECW, SmackDown, and that was it. Never seen him again. Haven't been able to find him. Deleted him on my DVR, and I'm just never, I've talked about this in more than one video. But enough about those posters. About the match. Oh my God. You kind of felt it was the end of Shawn's career. After what they did, my number one match here, WrestleMania 25, April 2009, Houston, Texas. At 25, I really thought Shawn could beat Taker. Every super kick, every pilot driver, every choke slam, every finisher these guys did, you knew this could be it. And you're on the edge of your seat if you're sitting down. Otherwise, you're standing up, cheering every moment. Watching The Undertaker do a dive spot out and fucking damn near kill Sim Snuka, who's being a cameraman at the time, because it was kind of a planned spot, and thinking The Undertaker was dead. I mean, I've watched in a replay now because I've watched 25 again, and in the arena it looked like he died because he wasn't moving. And finally he sits up, and just everything that those guys did that night, and just having Taker go with his tongue out and Shawn kicking out, and the look on Taker's face of disbelief, like no one's ever kicked out of this before, which they hadn't. At that moment, you're like, fuck, can Shawn win this? Can Shawn beat the streak? We all know Taker won. They go into WrestleMania 26, streak versus career. Taker won. Just everything that Shawn and Taker did was just phenomenal. There's 4 Shawn Michaels matches on here. There are 3 Triple H matches on here. And there are 3 trips? No, 2 Trip matches, 3 Edge matches, the CM Punk match. I mean, just phenomenal matches by The Undertaker. Obviously, he can still put on good matches. A lot of the stuff with Lesnar, I don't like. So, but that will wrap up a Roberts 10 Undertaker matches. Stay tuned for Roberts Sports Show for a Roberts 10 Hell in a Cell matches, which obviously there's 3 matches on that Hell in a Cell that I have here. So stay tuned for that. As always, make sure you check out all 5 Roberts Sports Show's channels, because Roberts Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channels.
If you close your eyes, your life, and if your truth revealed, treat you never